Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Joe and welcome to a brand new video. Today we've got yet another episode in the Patreon Loadout series. Now if you don't know what this series is, essentially it's a compilation of screenshots of some of the loadouts belonging to my patrons, ranging from all the way to god tier loadouts, way down to sort of budget affordable loadouts under the price of a key or so. And the idea is you guys may see some loadouts and maybe some cosmetic combinations that you'd never really thought would work together and give some inspiration towards your loadouts. So the link to my Patreon, if you'd be interested in pledging it all, is down below. Of course it's completely optional, and yeah, we've got a ton of loadouts to get into, so without further ado, let's get straight into the first one. So this first loadout is Moist Scout loadout, and it's a glitched loadout, I'm pretty sure, consisting of a Herald's Helm, an Air Dog, and a Bonk Boy. And as you can see, the effects are TF logo, circling peace sign, and circling hearts. And this is although it's a glitched triple combo, so it technically doesn't count as a triple combo, it's still one of the first times, or one of the only times you really see 3 orbiting effects stacked on top of each other. And I really like this. I'm not sure if Moist did this on purpose or not, but you can see it starts off pink with a pink orbiting glow, and then it's got a yellow peace sign with a purple orbiting glow above it, and then a yellow with a yellow. So it's almost like it fades from being pink and pink into yellow and yellow in like a 3-stage transition. Again, I don't know if Moist did that on purpose, but if he did, that's a really nice attention to detail. It's just a really nice loadout in my opinion. Coming up next, we've got a medic loadout from NOTALIASING, and I'm sure if you've seen any Patreon loadouts episode in the past, you know it's gonna be a mad one. We've got an unusual gauzed gauge with the effect of Starstorm Slumber, partnered with a Patriot's Peak with the effect of Starstorm Insomnia. And then of course he has his 3 unusual weapons. This one in particular has a Crusader's crossbow. This crossbow in particular I'm pretty sure is hot. And then he's of course partnered this with his Isotope Strange Medi Gun. And then the Ubersaw, which is alien tech with the cool effect, so 3 different unusual weapon effects as well. I don't think I've seen both Starstorm effects together in a loadout, but the way they kind of fall in slightly different positions and the colours contrast each other is absolutely great. I'd definitely love to see some more, maybe a 3rd unusual added to the mix in this would really spice things up, just to sort of put something in the middle of the stars falling around the outside of it. But regardless, this is a crazy loadout with some really nice individual items. This 3rd loadout comes in from NOTALIASING as well, which shows you don't always need a ton of money to make a nice loadout. It's got a purple painted Bill's hat, some earbuds, and the heat of winter. And I'd refer to this loadout as like the 2013 golden days of trading, you know. It's got the earbuds and the bills in the same loadout, which once upon a time would have cost so much money to get these in the same loadout. But these days, it's, you know, pennies in comparison to what they were. But I really like how the heat of winter looks individually. I just think everything in this loadout is nice individually, you know. The earbuds aren't really too noticeable at all, but every so often you get the music notes coming out, which is why a lot of people are sort of drawn to them. They like having that almost like mini unusual effect, so to speak. But regardless, this is still a nice blast from the past loadout. Coming up next, we've got yet another loadout from Moist this time round, putting a bit of a spin on things. We've got a hat of undeniable wealth and respect, an Allfather, and the cute suit. The Allfather is of course painted dark green, and he has an unusual shotgun with the effect of cool, and a golden pan as well. You know, it's pretty noticeable to add the golden pan into the loadout. But what I really don't understand about this loadout is how cursed the Allfather looks clipping through the cute suit. Like, I have no clue why that looks so cursed. It just does. This DEMOMAN loadout, however, is coming in from GRAKALOR'S, and it consists of a Haunted Birdman of Aberdeen, a Haunted Polyputrid, and a Haunted Voodoo Cursed DEMOMAN soul. Obviously, the DEMOMAN soul doesn't need to be haunted. It looks the same regardless of the item quality, but yeah, a full haunted loadout there. And then just for the added touch, he's got Haunted Ghosts war paint on his loose cannon as well. So a very Halloween themed loadout to say the least coming in here from GRAKALOR'S. I do think it's really nice. It obviously is in the Scream Fortress spirit, so to speak. So it's, I mean, he's done a great job at making a spooky loadout. It's really cool. I like the touch of having the war paint on top of that, just for that extra level of spook. Just a really cool loadout in my opinion. A nice full haunted loadout of cosmetics that are pretty much made to go together. Also from GRAKALOR'S, we have yet another loadout. This time it's a medic loadout. pretty much the same in that it's 3 haunted items. However, the third one is just a Halloween restricted. It's not got the haunted quality. With the Medemedes, the haunted Wings of Purity, and the haunted Archimedes of Undying. I mean, again, it's a bird with wings with a bird on its shoulder. These cosmetics, I'm pretty sure, are made to go together. A pretty cool loadout coming in there. And it makes me want to make some more spooky loadouts myself. I've pretty much put the cursed soul on all of my classes, which is a start. But of course, there is some improvements to be made. So let me know if you guys have made some like spooky loadouts down below. For Halloween, especially now the cosmetics can be worn in game. So yeah, up next we have Winter Rose Soldier loadout, this time consisting of a Sunbeam's Exquisite Rack, a Burning Soldier's Stash, and a Scorching Sky High Fly Guy. I'm pretty sure those are the effects. It is a triple combo and his inventory is private, so I can't actually check which effect is on which, but just know that one of the rack and one of the stash has burning, Sunbeam's all scorching, so regardless, it's going to be a god tier combo. It doesn't matter which effect is on which. But yeah, in terms of the cosmetics themselves, I don't see the Sky High Fly Guy used a lot, so it's pretty interesting to see it, but I really actually like how it looks with the soldier stash. You can see the band running around the top, just seated above the goggles, so you can see the goggles clearly. And then the way the racks sprout out of the stash is something we've seen many a time in many a soldier loadout, but looks pretty awesome regardless. So that is Winter Rose Soldier loadout, and up next we're on to another spooky loadout now from GRAKALOR'S, and it consists of a Voodoo Cursed Spy Soul, a Foul Cowl, and a Genuine Distinguished Rogue. And I like this loadout for multiple reasons. The main one is that it's not just 3 haunted cosmetics chucked together, you know. The Distinguished Rogue in there kind of mixes things up a bit and adds almost a level of formality to what is otherwise a pretty spooky zombie spy loadout. And speaking of this, I actually really like the cape cosmetic, the Foul Cowl. It looks really nice, especially when layered on top of a sort of suit jacket. So it almost looks like the suit jacket is super posh and then just has a super high raised collar. It almost looks like it's part of the same cosmetic is what I'm getting at here. Either way though, this is a really cool looking loadout. One of my more favourite loadouts that I've seen in terms of Halloween loadouts, and definitely gives me some ideas of what I'm going to do for my Halloween spy loadout. And this loadout belongs to Dr. Habit, and it consists of a Miami Nights Dazmadden Doctor, a white painted Colonel's coat and white painted Tomb Readers, and 3 dovetailed war paints. We've got a dovetailed Crusader's crossbow, a dovetailed medigun, and a dovetailed Ubersaw. What's also worth noting in this loadout is that the dovetailed medigun, at least, I'm not sure about the others, but I know for a fact that that medigun is professional killstreak, which is a little nice added detail. The Tomb Readers isn't really a cosmetic you see used very often at all, and especially with it painted white, it kind of covers the shades to almost blend in the same shade as the hair and the white paint on the Colonel's coat. And speaking of the Colonel's coat, I think the white paint on this is especially nice because it's the little detailings on the little flappy bits on the shoulder. I'm not sure what the technical name is for those, so we're going to stick with flappy bits. But the way like the border of them is painted white, almost like stands out a little bit in my opinion, especially with the sort of darker shade of white on the medic. It almost just stands out and pops that colour a little bit more. This is just a really nice use of paint, war paints. I like how the sort of all the war paints are the same. It's all the same pale pink colours to kind of go in with the pale theme of the loadout, and Miami Nights is one of my favourite underrated effects as well. So all in all, this is a really sick medic loadout. And the final loadout for today, guys, is a spy loadout, this time coming in from PILLZMAN Fox, and I'm pretty sure he said this is an old loadout. It may have even been in a previous episode, but I wanted to feature it because I just think the items themselves are really cool. So it consists of a Hamburg, a white painted ladykiller, and the Frenchman's formals, and it's worth noting that the Hamburg is a low craft. It was the 14th Hamburg ever to be crafted, so it is the Hamburg number 14. It's got a star-crossed revolver, a star-crossed knife, a strange Inviswatch, and a strange festive sapper. I love how the white paint looks on the lady killer specifically, and I'll get into why. So as I was saying in the previous loadout with the white paint on the medic coat and how it was sort of going around the outside of it and it made it stand out, it's that on steroids pretty much. Like the white paint bounces off that red of the spy super well and really does stand out around the sort of arm region and down each side of the jacket. This combined with the Frenchman's formals with the white frilly bits coming out from the bottom of the sleeves looks really nice boots, and then the Hamburg is a pretty basic spy hat. Also, once again, consistent war paint, strange star crossed on each, the revolver and the knife, so it's there some consistency as well. Just overall, a good use of paint and the same war paints. But guys, that is just about it for this video. If you did enjoy, then please do remember to leave a like and let me know your thoughts down below. If you'd like to see more videos like this and general gaming content, do be sure to subscribe. Thanks again very much for watching, guys, and peace. Writing sonnets, keep it close to my heart like a locket, never dishonest. High up in the stars just like a comet, I get that profit, then I do the dash just like I'm Sonic. I'm dashing out the blue so they can call me supersonic, but my eyes been super red cause we've been smoking super chronic. Got the flavors in the bag, you would think that I'm a florist, and I know that makes you mad.